Good evening and welcome to Kurtz Carlson Tonight. We have a big story that has shaken the server to its core. Folks, you know him, you love him, and now he's back. Chum, that's right. The legendary former warrant officer of the Stormtrooper course on Gateway Gaming. The man who's been running the underground server known as Chum has returned to our humble presence. And let me tell you folks, this is a momentous occasion. For those of you who don't know, Chum has been more than just a regular player. He was a figurehead on Gateway, leading the Stormtrooper Corps and usually spearheading hilarious moments in that server's history. But after the fall of Gateway, Chum vanished into the shadows, only to reappear in Chumcord, the haven for Chumkind, a group that's been growing in influence ever since. Chum's arrival to this server has sent shockwaves across the board. The big question on everyone's mind, what's next? What does Chum want now that he's back in the fold? Does he plan to reignite his same old ways of standing around and being a general oaf? Or is he here to stir up some new drama for us all? You know, it's interesting, folks, how people can come and go in this digital world. Gateway Gaming, once a glorious beacon of gaming community excellence, collapsed in spectacular fashion. Geez, was that collapse spectacular to watch live. And through the rubble, Chum built an entire underground empire, Chumcord. Some of us thought he'd disappeared into the abyss, forgotten. But here he is, back and ready to make waves again. And let's talk about the members of Chumcord for a second. You've heard of them, right? The members of Chumcord who follow Chum like a cult. Well, I'm not saying it's a cult, but it sure sounds like it, doesn't it? We've got people claiming that the Chumkind are secretly planning something big. Maybe a hostile takeover of the entire Marine Corps, or perhaps they're just there to chat and hang around, who knows? But with Chum back, there's definitely something brewing. Well, stay tuned, folks, because this story's just getting started. And I'll tell you, if Chum plans on stirring things up, we're in for a wild ride. I'm Kurtz Carlson, and we will be right back after these messages.
Young people from all over the UEG are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part. Are you? Join the UNSC Navy and save humanity.
Why are you here? Why are you watching this? You could be doing so much more. Gateway is gone. This is your chance at freedom. I took my freedom. That's why I bought a hog. With an all-new gold finish paint job and proper steel finishes, the new 56 hog can take you to freedom.
All rights reserved. All claims in this advertisement are purely fictional and cannot be taken as factual in the court of law. All hog products are trademark of the Hog Corporation Limited. Parts sold separately, tires sold separately.
All right, welcome back to Kurtz Carlson Tonight. Now, have I got something for the vehicle lovers and war buffs alike? That's right, folks. Some brand new vehicles have been leaked on the Fantastic Networks Discord by none other than Skybox, a member of management and one of, if not the only developer of the server. And let me tell you, some of these machines are going to make you rethink your entire approach to combat and chaos. Okay, let's take a closer look at these glorious additions to the arsenal. First up, we have the Scorpion Grizzly. Look at this. Look at this beast. It's practically bulging with firepower. I mean, when you're rolling into battle, you want something that makes the split jaws think twice about their life choices, and this does it. With a stronger cannon and improved armor, it's basically the cousin who went to a special military academy getting all the best upgrades. It's a top-tier tank, and I expect it will be an absolute powerhouse when it hits the battlefield. But wait! Hold on! Wait! We've got the classic Scorpion, which let's be real, has always been one of my personal favorites. This classic tank has been a staple of the UNSC for years, and it's got the right balance of mobility and firepower. You literally can't go wrong with the M808B. It's reliable, it's tough, and it just feels right. Solid tank, folks. Solid tank. Then we've got the Scorpion M808C. We're stepping it up here with better stability and a more formidable presence. Now we're talking. This one looks like it's built for those heavy-duty missions. Expect a lot of, oh no, not that tank moments when this one comes roaring through. Next, we have the Scorpion M808S. Now this one is interesting. It's clearly more mobile than its predecessors, with a lot more focus on precision and swiftness, but if you ask me, it's the jack of all trades that might fall short in heavy combat situations. Still, don't underestimate it. It's got its place, even if it might not be the first choice for a heavy assault. And then, my personal favorite, the Scorpion M820. Look at that thing. If it doesn't scream, let's win this war in your face, then I don't know what does. This is a serious contender for best tank. You know the kind of tank that people write songs about? That's this one. A bit more firepower, a bit more everything. It's a tank that means business. Then there's the Scorpion M820 Hannibal. Now, this is the big brother. It's tank heaven, people. With more advanced targeting and firepower, this thing could take on anything. I'd say it's got tactical advantage written all over it. Moving on to the Scorpion Rhino. It's big, it's tough, it's got class. This tank's got some serious armor and can stand up to just about anything you throw at it. But let's face it, it's probably more for show than actual utility on the field. Still, you can't argue with its presence. It's intimidating. Now let's talk about some of the lighter vehicles that are going to change how we see land transport. First off, the Jackrabbit. Fast, nimble, and ideal for those hit-and-run tactics. A great pick for reconnaissance and those quick strikes. Personally, I'd love to see it used in some wild scenarios. Imagine the chaos. But we're not here to get carried away yet. Then there's the Kodiak. Now I've got mixed feelings about this one. It's tough, no doubt, but it's not going to win any races. Still, it's great for heavy-duty missions and taking out targets from a distance. If you're looking for something with range, this is your go-to. Moving down in category, we've got the Mastodon. Looks like it's got a whole lot of armor, doesn't it? Just try telling the Covenant it's a light vehicle when it's barreling through their defenses. I wouldn't want to be in its way, that's for sure. Then there's the Gremlin, which, well, let's just say it's got that I don't know if I'm safe in this thing vibe going on. If you're looking to survive, maybe avoid it. The Wolverine has always been a classic, compact, but it packs a punch. Good for quick takeout of enemy units. Keep it in your back pocket, folks, because it could turn the tide of a skirmish. And then we get into some of my real favorites. The civilian bus. Oh yes, you heard me right, folks. The bus. The bus! You may think this is a joke, but imagine the carnage this could cause in a tight scenario. I mean, who wouldn't want to roll through enemy lines in a bus? It could become the ultimate terror vehicle, driving through and smashing everything in its path. You could have an entire squad turfing through enemy territory, and they wouldn't even see it coming. Finally, we have the military truck variants. Now, I'm not going to say these are the most exciting vehicles, but they do have their uses. For logistics and heavy lifting, you need these trucks. They get the job done, and that's what matters. They may not win any awards, but they're the backbone of any operation. So, folks, a whole slew of new vehicles. And let me tell you, this is going to change how battles are fought. Each one has its own purpose, from the gritty tanks to the silly civilian vehicles that could spark a little chaos. My favorites, the Scorpion M808B, the forklift, and of course, the civilian bus, because we all know that one's going to be wild. All right, that is unfortunately all we have time for tonight. I hope you all sleep well and look forward to relaying the news to you tomorrow. This has been Kurtz Carlson on Kurtz Carlson Tonight.